We are two buddies, one mic. And welcome to yet another episode of Two Buddies, One Mic, episode 4. Boom, 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 boom.
Yes. Welcome to the show. First of all, I give the love on episode 3, you guys. Mlikuwa mmebant nyi wote. I cannot believe it. Kwani tumebant sisi wote. And for those who are calling me toxic, I'm not toxic. I'm just unique.
Toxic.
I'm toxic.
And honestly, just enjoying how much you guys are actually showing us love, the shares, the likes, all of it. I know it sounds redundant when we say thank you for sharing, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting. Thank you so much. It makes such a huge difference. A huge difference. Like you wouldn't even understand.
Continue to subscribe.
Yes.
Before we even move on, just let's give you a chance to subscribe. Thanks. And if you didn't do it, you're going to hell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cue our terrible intro.
Anyway, speaking of which, I think honestly, there's been a lot of trending topics that have been really calling out the girl child. Okay, we see you, Mr. Gar. We see you. And honestly, a lot of these trends which are calling us out, I think it's a good. I'm seeing it as a good thing because if we can be honest with ourselves and the mistakes that we've made over time, we can become progressive as a nation of women, as a worldwideness of women. Because I feel like the reason why we accept such bare minimum is simply because we're not talking about it enough. That it looks, you think your man is unique.
You think you're going through this alone?
Alone.
Like, okay, I can't be this foolish. And then you get on the internet or banned. People are going to hell because the bar is underground.
Yes.
The bar is in Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, say hi to your neighbor, SpongeBob, because we're all in the ground. So speaking of that, let's talk about how this trend of the bar was so low that Kuna moja nimeona ikani break my heart. It broken my heart. Ulisema the bar was so low that they walked in on their partner cheating on them. Yani ako mechi in the middle of mechi. She walked in on her boyfriend katikati ya mechi. Akasema I need as tribute. I elect myself as tribute.
I volunteer
as tribute. And anataka kuwa in the middle of that. Ikuwe ka threesome, spice up your relationship. You know what happened? The boyfriend and the girl were like, girl, no, get out. Akafukuzwa uko nje, akae kwa mvua.
Wow. Like, who is at fault here? First of all, you walk in on your man cheating on you. Instead of confronting them because you don't want to lose them, you're like, Aki, maybe babe, I can join. As in, we don't have to leave each other. Let me join. And they said no.
They said no, get out. You're not a type. Both your man and the girl. Cha. Way.
I also saw a girl say, the bar was so low, I became a stepmom at 19. Now, this stepmom thing has plagued our society because she's not the only one who has been a victim.
It's unfortunate how many.
Like, the minute you start dating somebody who has a child out there, I don't know why, for some reason, you just picture your happy blended family. I became a stepmom to a dog. Do you know I hate dogs? I can't even stand them.
Oh.
But here I was.
A dog mom.
There's even a time I was left with the dog that I hate. The dog that I can't. I'm so scared of dogs. Like, I used to run around the house. I just don't want to be with it. He left me with it for a whole weekend because he had a work thing. And then my friend sent me a screenshot of his story. He had taken a picture somewhere at a resort.
Yeah.
And then there were sunglasses on the bed. And because my friend is an investigator, he took it down. He realized his mistake. So my friend's like, Kwani, where is so and so? I'm like, oh, here's a work thing. And it's like, but he posted it and he took it down. Huko nyuma kuna sunglasses zile kubwa za pink. Sijui nani alikuwa welder amepelekwa huko. Nikatwa na dogi. For the weekend.
Oh my God.
Men are evil.
But like in the same, honestly, the same breath, this girl I saw on TikTok, she said the bar was so low that her man would leave her with their children to babysit as they go on vacation with his wife because only you can take care of my children the way I want my children to be. You are babysitting. Kama mpango wa kando, umeamua pia you will become a babysitter, unpaid, so that your man can go with his wife on vacation and have a good time. You're so nurturing. You know, babe, I love you because you're so nurturing and I know you will take care of it.
As in, you know, the real thing. Amazing Afro cinema. Is this Nollywood?
Continues shortly at this point.
With his children.
With his children. She was left to babysit.
One day I'll be the stepmom.
Yeah.
One day. I just have to be patient.
We're preparing you for what is to come. When you're hanging out with these children later in the future, they are familiar with you.
Jehovah, deliver me. Deliver me. The bar was so low that I paid for his transport to come and attend my father's funeral and even gave him contribution money to attend your father's funeral. Like alikuwa anasema hakuji, ukasema fair no shida babe, kuja uni support. Come stand with me in these trying times. Here's some money. Show up to the funeral. And here's something you can contribute in front of others. Wasiseme huu ni nani ulileta. Because you know your aunties are going to talk. If there's one thing your aunties are going to do is tell you your boyfriend is ugly. You know, I told you I broke up with that guy. And the first thing my auntie said was, "Guy kemodo kill." Yeah, now. I'm like, girl,
Get strong, you get strong.
I brought him here and you were like, oh, you know. Yeah, no. So one thing your aunties are going to do is call you out. They're going to tell you he's a bum, he's a dusty. The bar was so low, I let him move in with me and he stole my fridge and other things around the house. And she's not the only victim because somebody else said the bar was so low, he stole my laptop charger and replaced it with my laptop battery. I'm assuming it's those old HP ones, and replaced it with an old one. In the same beat, the bar was so low. I provided him with everything, and one day he slapped me and asked me to go cook for him. I was to take this to the grave, but you girls made me say it.
That one hurt.
Stop doing things for people.
She got slapped and then went back into the kitchen to cook. I'm like, girl, what?
It's not just that. It's as soon as you give somebody grace, especially of the opposite gender, they show you why you should not have.
Oh my God.
Because what do you mean you move into my house? You move into my bed sitter, you move, and all of these are young babes. These are babes in campus. All of them. You move into my house, and then one day when I'm in class or I'm at work, you move out with my fridge and television. As in, where does the wickedness end? This is chocolate, by the way.
But that's the problem. You would think that it would be one isolated incident.
It's
I know two more. This girl said the bar was so low that her man they lived together, beat the shit out of her to the point where she had to go into hospital. The doctor was like, yeah, no, you need to report this. Went to the police station to report, got an OB number, then went back to the same house because that's where she lived. Continued to live with this man for a bit. Then he beat her up again. And she was just like, no. She moved out. She got her own bed sitter, moved out, right? Somehow, this man, they started talking again. And she was living in her house. She's paying rent for this house. The guy then tells her, oh shit, my sister is going through a really tough time with her partner. They just broke up. Is it possible that you give her your bed sitter, you come back and stay with me, let her stay at your house? She let this man's sister live in her house, go stay with the man, getting beat the shit up, and she has her own home. That now she's in. Oh. And then he cheated on her. Oh, he cheated on her. She went through his phone and she's finding messages of him saying, "Oh no," the girl's like, "Oh, but then he's flirting with this girl." Is like, "But don't you?" The girl is like, "Don't you have a girlfriend?" And he's like, "Nah, I've been trying to get rid of this bitch and she's not leaving. Like, she's not getting out of my house. She's not getting the hint. I don't love her, but she just doesn't get the picture." Whole time, this man's sister is at her house that she's paying rent for. That she got to run away from him.
The abuse. You see why I need a cigarette? The bar. The bar is in hell. And we need to do better. Kathami said last episode, we need to go back to girls being girls. Like just being girls.
A girly pop.
Just, you know, like if it's too inconvenient for you, just like...
Don't do it.
I don't want to do it anymore. Mm-hmm. The bar was so low. Nilikuwa na mamake Hosi for 2 weeks. Ushago, yeye akiwa na the love of his life Nairobi kwa nyumba. Same scenario, the bar was so low. I used to send his mother pesa ya chama. Same as, unakumbuka Lydia, akituambia Lydia Wanjiru, akisema the bar was so low. She used to send money to his grandmother so that, you know, she would not die before they were given blessings.
Oh yeah, that was Lydia?
That was Lydia.
Oh my God,
Lydia,
the guy, that the bar was so low. Oh, Lydia, we're so sorry. The bar was so low. The guy said, my mom is in hospital, so send me money. And no, my grandma is in hospital. Send me money so I can pay for her to get better, so that she can give us the blessing before she dies.
You don't have to die before
a blessing. Such emotional manipulation. Oh my God.
And the funny thing is, utapata, you don't even take care of your parents.
You really don't.
It's the same as when you're a teenager, you go to your friend's house, you're washing everything.
All the dishes.
You're even dusting their window sills. But at your house, they have to shout at you 70 times.
Good God.
Wash the dishes.
You never ever do it.
Stop it.
Wacheni kujituma.
Fagia kwako kwanza. That saying has been there ever since forever. Clean your house first. You know, before you go be Mrs. Washington at Kamau's house, atunamfulia jeans. Atunajua jeans zake ni hand washed. Before you do that, when was the last time you did a decluttering of your mom's kitchen?
Yep.
Amejaza huko containers za band.
Yep.
Anatumianga zote kuweka githeri kwa fridge.
Yep. And this campus girl paying for men is insane. Because I saw this girl, she said...
It's essentially your parents paying.
Your parents are paying to take care of you and your man. Like this girl said the bar was so low that... because she was dating a married man, the guy was like, "Oh, I really want to spend time with..." First of all, he had no job, okay? He told her, "I don't have a job, so my wife does pay for most of the things. However, I have one responsibility. My responsibility is paying the house help, the house manager, whatever you want to call them, right?" It was 8,000. So she used to pay every month. Kumficha aibu. She said, "Kumficha aibu." I used to send him money to pay the cleaning lady every month, 8,000. She's in campus. But it gets just a little bit more diabolical because the same man was like, "Oh, you know, my wife, if I really want to spend time with you, but my wife is going to catch really heavily. So what we can do is, I want to take her to a small vacation, a 3-day vacation in the coast, so that she can then let loose, so you and I can spend time." So this girl gave this man money to pay for a 3-day vacation with his wife at the coast. They came back. She and the man then went on a holiday, which again she paid for. So she paid for 2 vacations. 2. So she could spend time with this married man who is not... Why are you with this man? Why are you with this man? Because what's this? And this was not the only one about the married men and the side chicks taking care of them. Because apparently this girl would send this married man money. So she's dating the married man, she's sending him money.
How do you even start there?
When did it why are you with this? Like, who? He's breaking his home and you're helping him.
And okay, I know it's controversial when you talk about kutuma fare. You know, it's a very controversial topic. But honestly, the bar has to be very low for you to locomote from one county to another on your own dime. You know, like
Oh my God, those ones are so
for
many.
intercourse. Because this girl said, the bar was so low, I used my own fare from Vihiga to Nairobi. Vihiga!
Hey. 7 hours.
From Vihiga to Nairobi, nilitembezwa Nairobi mzima nikionyeshwa Ambassador Archives. We even visited the sick in Bagathi. Yeah, a whole day of errands after you've
Traveled.
hii hata si travel. Hii ni nini? Adventure. What do you amefika Nairobi. You've done errands with him the whole day in Nairobi. You even go to visit the sick. All for him to attract you. And he's not even fed you anything. She says, with the whole day with no food.
Oh.
And personally, how you treat me, especially when it comes to food, is very important.
Oh yeah.
Because I even saw another girl say the bar was so low, I had to carry my own food anytime I'd go to his house because he would not feed me.
And the one where she would say, babe, I miss you, I want to come see you, and he would be like, oh yeah, you can come. However, kuja na nyama, mafuta, sijui ke, and then she would have to go and cook.
And then after that, you eat the food and then
You're eaten.
And then when I say, the least you could do is just send me fare. You want to yapa. You know, Shanice, you want to open. Yeah, too many fare. And honestly, even something as simple as taking an Uber to go to their house. Okay, hiyo imekuwa personal. But it's also a low bar.
It
because
really is.
If I'm coming to see you and we're coming to do all of these things, the least you could do is say, hey,
Check my logistics.
can I call you an Uber?
Even
Can I
Uber
pick you
Eats,
up?
even Uber Eats, you have to pay for delivery, okay?
Kwani hataki kulipia delivery?
Delivery charge, okay? Nonsense.
Exactly. Yeah.
The bar was so low, I paid him my life savings to accept my love and stop cheating with other girls. I paid him life savings, my life savings zako, to accept my love and stop cheating with other girls.
You know what? When it comes to love, it works in mysterious ways.
Baby, ain't no
It's
love
only
here.
when you fall out of love
Ain't no love
that you
here.
look back and you're like, I was being stupid.
Ain't.
Trust me, in the moment,
It made sense.
it makes sense. He's like, you know, he'll see my devotion. He'll see how hard. He'll see the lengths I can go to.
Not this, Jesus, not this. Oh, deliver me from that kind of love. You want another one? Oh, you have one.
Mimi nilikuwa nalipia mama yake pesa ya chama kila date 15 huo tulikuwa tumemention. Nilikuwa natumia sister yake pocket money. He is another scam. Because it's not the first person I've heard where they say, I
my
send
sister.
my future sister-in-law, I send them pocket money. Can you stop? Is that your relative? And you guys...
Oh, the ones who go for they go for, what do you call
Visiting
it? Visiting day. Okay, baby, God damn.
I feel when you're older is when you realize the
Not this
dynamics
love.
between you and your in-laws. When you get to have
In-laws, yeah.
not your boyfriend's family. Those people don't know you.
And they don't care.
Even if they're nice around you, they're not your friends. You know, acheni kujiassert into situations. I think that's the thing.
Know
Just
your place.
know your place and stop asserting yourself in situations. Because what do you unajita sister-in-law na mmedate 6 months?
Oh. Now, you know what, you are dating a married man for money and then they're giving you, they're taking your money. Kweni serious. Nyi mnahitaji kichapo kimoja kirefu kinono.
Honestly, if a married man is asking you for money,
babe,
I would go for an exorcism.
Hey, but that's demonic.
Is there something
demonic
on my forehead that is saying foolish?
Imagine you've gone so far to date a married man and then you're the one giving them money.
I would be so offended. Because what about me is making you do that? You know.
See, but you want to show. You want to show potential. Like your wife could never. Me, I can. Madness.
Let me give you an example of
the money.
You know, like being so grounded and believing in yourself that you get offended by these dumb things happening. There's this girl who came on TikTok. It's a story time. She's in her car, she's crying. And she says, oh my God, guys, I had the worst experience. I was at a store and this man kept following me around. I'm just like, you're weird. Why are you following me? And then he turned around and said, can I have your number? And guys, he was so ugly. Like, what about me made him think like he could talk to me? That is how you should be. Sorry. I broke my cigarette.
Oh, okay.
You should be offended when weird things happen. You should be like, because why you? And let people say uko na maringo.
Why you? No. No.
You're the one.
The bar was so long. I sat beside him as he chatted with his wife. My heart is numb. Unajua hiyo kitu wenye unaambiwa nyamaza. It's the same one I saw. The bar was so low that he would tell me to shh or go to the next room as he spoke to his girlfriend who is overseas because they're in a long distance relationship.
Mi siwezi nyamaza. We're going down. We're going down.
What?
Mayday. The ship is sinking. Because what do you mean Because that's also even triggering for me enough. Like,
you could be mid-coitus. If the girlfriend calls, guess what? Coitus interruptus.
The bar was so low, I found him cheating with his baby mama. I forgave him. Then nikampata tena. He apologized. Don't forget I was providing for everything, including rent, clothes, food.
That's why he's asking for forgiveness. You're a kitty.
I feel as soon as you put yourself in a position of provision, as a woman, the man in the dynamic will take advantage. Because what do you mean? I'm doing all of this. And also, don't involve yourself in a baby mama, baby daddy situation.
Life does not exist in a vacuum. Like, if there's a vacuum, it will be filled. So if you decide to fill it by being the provider, because you're an independent babe, the void that you've left for your femininity, guess who's going to fill it?
Somebody else.
He's the one filling that shit.
But
if you're in your masculine, guess what? He is in his feminine.
Can I give you an example? Have you been seeing the Asian couple on TikTok? Sarah Kim and Andrew Min. Sarah is a corporate body. She has two jobs. She's the breadwinner of the family. She commutes over 2 hours to work every day. She's doing everything to keep them afloat. Her preacher husband, Christian preacher husband, Andrew Min, stays home, does not contribute to the household. You know, even if you are in between jobs, maybe you can help around the house. He does not cook, he does not clean, he does not do anything. Tell me why this man got in front of his pulpit and started like shit-talking his wife. The minute you put yourself in a position of provision, the other person resents you. And they act like it.
Yeah.
As a babe.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
such a thing.
And it usually comes from a place of, oh no, I'm just,
I got you.
I'm just helping out. Yeah, you would do the same thing for
got
me.
you.
Bitch, not all men would do the same thing for you.
It was crazy when you're growing up and your mom would be like, if your father doesn't have money, we don't have money.
Oh.
If your father is broke and there's only unga ugali and sugar in the house,
That's what we're eating.
Ugali and sturungi.
Yep.
Because the minute you shenan once, you're going to shenan again.
Yep.
You know, like you had the stories of where the wife started paying school fees because the husband was in a rut. And then as soon as he was in a better position, he was like, but ain't you managing? Like, is life not good?
And that's another thing. Oftentimes, because of that resentment of someone else taking that manhood from you, that ability to provide, you tend to find that a lot of men, once they actually end up making that money, you're not their type anymore. Because you remind them of a dark time in their life.
When
and
they
nobody
had
wants
to.
the same way you would run away from your friends. Unajua ule beshte yako mwenye anajua masiri zako zote from primary school. You see them, they're trying to come back in your life and you say, no. It's the same way because nobody wants to be reminded of drama and dark traumatic shit. Everybody wants to move on. And so the moment you make it out, anything that reminds you of that time, you want to get rid of it. And that's why people end up getting cheated on and left. Né? And I'm not talking about just men, even women. I don't want to be reminded of you.
Yeah.
When we were going
that
in
was the worst
Safari,
version of myself.
I don't want to look at you every day
And you're a constant reminder.
Yes, I don't want.
And we vilify the women. You know, like those stories you hear about, they've been paying rent at this house for like 20 years, only to find out the wife is actually the owner of the house.
Girl.
And we vilify these women, but they're the wisest of the crop.
Oh.
Because if homegirl had said, this is my house, y'all can do whatever, he probably would not have made an effort.
His feet are up.
Like, what do I have to do? Like, we already have a roof over our heads. Chakula itatukosa. Mama Wanjiro usiingie kwa ka garden, uchune tusukuma.
The one prayer I make is I pray I never have to find out. Oh, I pray for myself. I pray that I never have to find out. God, because that would. And you see the same. There's a girl who I watched a TikTok today actually, and she said, this. I sent it to you. The one who said something about how men are like, oh, why didn't you call me?
Exactly.
And she said very loudly, baby.
The Bible says,
if your mother, because you're so used to seeing your mother having to call your dad, beg for his attention, being the first one to come up to him and be attentive and, oh, God, please, babe. You're used to that shit and you think that I'm going to do that? I ain't your mama. I am not your mama. And I'm so sorry. But yeah, boomers, y'all did a shit job at showing us what love was and what marriages are supposed to be and what relationships are supposed to be. And now we have to unlearn. And if it means we have to unlearn the hard way, best believe we go.
I am actually glad that this is happening. I'm actually glad that people are talking about it.
Yes.
Because before that, it was a lot of shame.
Yes.
You do something and you're so ashamed. You're like, if ain't no way anybody else is this foolish. But I am so happy. I'm so happy. I'm actually like Miss Jabant Sana.
We relieve. It's relief. You know that
there are people going through it. Whether it's fictional or not, you guys are really going through it. The bar was so low, I skipped my master's in a top university just to be his wife. I still cannot forgive myself. We cannot forgive you either.
That one broke my heart.
That was so heartbreaking.
That is so fucking heartbreaking.
And you know those compromises you make, and in the moment it feels like this is my symbol of true love. Like if I can give this up for you, what else can I not do for you? You'll need to do better. As in, I thought you guys were listening to Shira 7. You need to not be impressed by the small things. You need to go after your own thing. And if somebody is threatened by how much you can do, if somebody is threatened by you pursuing your education, by you earning more money, if they're not challenged and instead threatened, they're not for you. And it's difficult, it's painful, it's a harsh reality. You probably don't want to let them go, but they are simply not for you.
My pain, my compromise cannot be your joy. Like who is happy when they see someone who they love
compromise like that.
Not achieve their dreams and meet their highest potential. It's sad if you think about it. And I will hate myself for saying this, because where the challenges can be challenging, like someone can really challenge you, but I believe it's better to have a challenging partner than someone who just lets you comply and sit on your potential. Like, when you could buy him, the bar was so low. I knew he had other girls he was dating, but I listened to him narrating stories about how he spent time with them, like it was the most normal thing in the world. Girl, you sat down for tea from your man about his other women?
I would judge, but I have also listened to tea.
As in, he'll cheat on you and then come back and tell you the story of how he cheated on you.
I wouldn't say it was cheating, because it was more of like a talking stage. So they'd be constantly like talking about, other people. And the whole time I'm just sad. I'm just like, okay. I'm just downloading information. I was so traumatized.
Do you know that is the same energy as the people who tell you, my ex-girlfriend she used to always do her face, always, she was always shopping, they are training you. That is what is called grooming. They are grooming you to accept nonsense, okay? They will tell you the way that girl did this, that girl did that girl
you
did
don't.
This. So that you do, She was throwing it back on top of the whatever. So that you do. You throw that shit back too. Because if you don't do it,
she was always spoiling her face with expensive makeups so that you don't ask for money for makeups.
Every time I go to her house, because yesterday she cooked biryani and kiria. So that you cook for him.
Utashanga.
That's the definition of grooming, guys. It's never like someone is telling you, oh, do this. They're telling you exactly how to act based on other people's acting. Okay? Get yourself together, baby.
And sometimes, and this is a trap that a lot of young girlies are caught up in, because we live in a society where there's this notion of you're a gold digger if you do this and this and this and this.
Exactly.
And there's always that pressure to fall for the nice guy. We have all experienced it. The bar was so low, I started dating an unemployed man with no house, no job, no car, no future, because he was nice to me. Again, the trap of a nice guy. I send you healing. The girl who wrote this, I send you a lot of healing, because we have all been vilified for not picking the nice guy. And when you pick somebody who you're attracted to, even if it's because of where they are and what they have, that is what I like. If Njoroge has a Pro Box and Obino that was a bit stereotypical, but anyway, has a Mercedes, and I happen to like Obino because of his Mercedes, I should not be vilified. Who wants to be in a Pro Box? Who? And why should you be happy to see me in a Pro Box and say, oh, you're such a humble girl? I'm not.
But there's also something very interesting about nice guys. They always want to be credited with being a nice guy. When does a nice person want to be told, oh, you're so nice? Huh? And then they'll come there with their victimness. Oh, me, I did, and then she did. Why? Why did she do that to you? Ask yourself the question. If you're a nice person, you're a nice person. You're not counting. You're not collecting data to come and shame her later. Okay? Nice guys, they've started having this funny thing. I don't know. They want to be recognized.
I'm nice. I'm not like other guys.
Me, I'm nice. Me, I'm nice. Me, I will do. Just
don't bow to the pressure.
Please.
If you like big money, big daddy with a big money bank account, go for that.
Please, date who you like.
Because why are people happy to see you in poverty?
Yeah.
We started from the bottom.
Yeah.
Why? When you had an option to start from the middle, I just don't get it. Why are we? I don't know. It's not cute.
By the way, what's that saying? There's no victory in suffering. There's no reward for suffering.
Yeah.
Imagine there's no prize. Don't suffer for no reason.
Nobody rewards you at your 80 years old. Oh, she suffered with this man from the minute he said. Nyinyi ndio mnaandikiwa captions refu through ups and downs. You stayed by my side.
Okay, because that thing I hate it. I really don't want to go through ups and downs anymore.
Ati you are with me in my highest and my lowest.
Imagine I've decided.
Sasa hizo highest and lowest ni cheating.
Imagine no.
Aki wacheni.
Acha nikwambie, imagine, please, let's just start living. It's okay.
Yeah.
It is okay. Oh, you will be in pain, but it's okay. Please leave. Tuende kabisa tukiendanga. The bar was so low that he will leave my house at dawn, only to post a girl on his status with a caption, "A king's wife, virtuous woman."
After you misplaced my cervix all night, you want to go and post your future wife? Are you not wicked?
A Proverbs 31 woman.
Who does not have sex before marriage? Not a fornicator.
Not a fool. We. Msikubali ujinga.
The bar was so low, when he broke up with me, I called him for closure. That's normal.
But
he sent his girlfriend to threaten me. Ukiachwa achika. Najua ni ngumu. Si rahisi. But ukiachwa achika. And I know it's humiliating and rejection is painful and you don't want to go through it. And you're going to like linger for a minute because what if they change their minds? You know, they'll come back. Don't men always come back? They always come back. Alafu uko hapo hopeful. Unatuma girlfriend ya kuambia, leave my man alone. You're doing too much. How do you recover? That is so embarrassing.
It reminded me of when the girl said the bar was so low. She found out her man was cheating, right? Because men, why are you constantly cheating? She found out her man was cheating. Called the other girl, come to you as a woman, and said, hey, could you please leave my man alone? The girl said, oh, that's so bad. Unfortunately, I've fallen in love with him, so what do I do? What do we do?
What I do, babes?
She went to her man and said, oh, I found out you've been cheating on XYZ with me. And the guy's like, oh, no, I don't even like her like that. You're the one. For her, I'm just trying to have sex. You know, I'm just trying to smash. She takes a screenshot of this, I'm just trying to smash, sends it to the girlfriend, the one she's being cheated on with.
The other woman.
And the girl is like, oh, it's okay, me, I love him enough that even if it's just trying to smash, I'm okay with that.
Honestly, if you find yourself in a position where you're going to great lengths, let it go.
Why are you a mediator? Why are you mediating between these cheaters?
Let it go. Let it go.
You're negotiating for terror. Yeah. The terrorism to your heart. Ukwapo negotiation. You're Kofi Annaning this shit.
Wasting bundles. You know the people who get masters online? Like, you could sign up for like a Harvard program.
Do you know?
Using those bundles. There are so many things you could do online with the resources at hand. But you chose to be mediator.
Kofi Annan.
Wow.
Unafaa kupigwa Kofi nani?
Should break them up. Hata angalia vile anasema. And the girl is like,
hey, you want to be with this man and he just wants to smash. She's like,
that's why I'm here. I'm here for the niggas. You know the way a person treats you on your birthday says a lot.
Oh no.
How you treat me on my birthday, nakwanga nimemark, nakwanga tu nime. The bar was so low, I cancelled my birthday trip, probably because he was jealous. Why are you going to Cancun with your girlfriends? To be with him, because he had plans for me. Then he stood me up. Are you not wicked? You put your trust in a nigga.
Stupid hoe, how you figure?
What do you mean he cancelled on you? On your birthday. After he's made you cancel the plans you had. You know, like There's somebody who said sometimes men are jealous of you and you think it's a joke. Like somebody will see you thriving, you're doing good.
They want to be part of that.
He'll just come into your life to disrupt it.
Yep.
Because what do you mean I cancel my plans and then you stand me up?
Yep. Okay, actually don't say that because men can be jealous. Woo! Just jealous of you thriving.
And so vindictive and malicious. Because why is it a problem? I got money, you got problems.
Like he had the chance to make plans with you beforehand.
Exactly.
Waited
Until you
made
found
the
plans and you were excited about them. And then it's
like, more enjoyment.
I'm your man.
Guy. And because he really is your man, you tell your girls, babe, okay, let's just
I'm sorry.
move this to next week.
Even created a group chat. I'm sorry, guys. Can you reschedule? My man has something planned. Woo.
How do you even come back from that? Like, what do you
Dishonor to you and your
dishonor to your cow? Dishonor. God, Jesus, that is bad. That is wicked.
Because you know your friends are going to talk about it. Or then to be like, guy, you're on.
Cuckoo flame. Actually, we will flame you till kingdom come.
You stood us up for that?
Because, you know, even your friends, they're taking their own money and time. You recognize that? No, you said no.
You can't believe. Yeah, you weekend. We're to reschedule.
Guy.
For a mumu man.
Alafu kuto tuambie, oh, ama guys, let's just go. I mean that shit. Okay, there's one I saw. Oh, I felt so bad for this woman. Oh, I forgot it. She had like 5. Oh, those were. Oh, it was just a sad. That was so sad. It's sad from the beginning to the end. I'm like, baby, are you okay?
TNS galore.
Do you need some? Oh, but the one I remember is she said she was on a diet. So she told her man, babe, please don't get me cake for my birthday. Right. Because I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
And sugar. Yeah, I have to limit my calories.
I need to be sexy.
The man didn't get the cake. Just that he didn't get her cake.
But did he get her anything else?
Nope.
Like he didn't do anything for her birthday?
Nope. Let me tell you, it's my birthday. I tell you, no, don't get me anything. Please get me something. Oh, please get me something. I am going to be so vexed. But then you jump. And you know, sometimes you're just like, oh no, babe, please don't get it for me. Or just like, please don't, because you're trying not to inconvenience them. It's like that one of those, you're like trying to see how much they would go. How much they would move for you.
Even if I was on a diet, ungeniletea mahuti. Uingie pale zucchini.
Gosh.
Collect my salary manini. Uniletea kama kabuke.
You know?
Thoughtful.
Even dogs get birthday cakes. And they don't even eat chocolate. Like you find a way of making a dog cake.
So birthday yake waliangaliana tu.
Hivyo tu, hivyo ndo kulienda.
Hata hakumpost aseme on this day a queen was born.
Hivyo tu, that was the end of that. Oh my God. Like people just don't love you and they will just treat you the way they want. Even minimal effort. Listen, I don't want a full cake, but you can get me a cupcake. Yeah. You can get me a brownie. I mean,
even a healthy cupcake with just like a candle.
You know? Or just tell me, no, babe, can you just like not eat? And then we will eat the cake. As in, save your calories for the cake. Maybe that day she just stayed hungry the whole day hoping for the cake. Fuck me.
But najua ali lose weight vizuri. Because you know stressed.
Uko tu kulia.
Heartbroken, uko depressed. I know her body was snatched.
She was looking pain. She was looking pain.
A blessing in disguise.
And the ones which irritate me are the ones, this one's that you need, I don't even an exorcism can't help you. The girls who keep saying things like, the bar was so low, I got him a son, but I don't know where he stays. Like, I don't know where he lives. Another one said the same. The bar was so low that we were in a full-on relationship, but I never went to his house. I never once went to his house. I don't even know where he lives.
How do you have this person's child, but you don't know where they lay their head? How have they been inside you, but you've not been inside their house? That was poetic. Put it on a t-shirt. Gosh.
That man is married. What else do you want us to tell you?
That's just cruel.
Or he's just embarrassed. There's no way of looking. There's no spin. There's no spin.
The bar was so low. I deleted all the male contacts on my phone because he told me to. This sounds so juvenile. This sounds so...
The ones who quit their jobs, you know.
Like these things you're doing for men.
I said this. There's a ushambaness to it. Kuna ushamba flani iko bado. Unajua ile wale wamama huko ushago wenye. Oh, you know your man you should listen.
No, what do you mean I have to delete all the male contacts in my phone? If you do not trust me to be in a relationship with me, we should probably not be in this relationship. Because this is usually like the initial stages. This is him trying to see how far he can go. This is him testing boundaries. He tells you, delete all the male contacts. Babe, if you don't trust me, let me go. Because this is going to get worse. You're going to start following me. You're going to start saying, oh, don't go to work. Don't I provide for you? It's just so controlling.
You then start to say, like, why is he looking at you like that? How the fuck am I supposed to control someone else's eyes?
How do I control another person's eyeballs? Calm down. Simmer down. And, you know, this is like early warning signs of abuse. This is going to escalate.
Because he's going to isolate you from everyone, and then who are you going to talk to?
Why even on social media? Not an influencer.
I didn't like the way you dressed. Remove that post from social media. That dress is too revealing. Why are you showing everyone my proper? Because they always make it like, why are you showing everyone my property?
It's for me and me alone.
Fuck off.
You need to leave. You need to leave.
Because what the hell?
But the minute you start suffocating me, even the slightest, nakuachanga haraka sana.
But you know that has taken time.
Yeah,
that's not a thing you've learned.
Not like overnight. Yeah. But the minute you irritate me even kidogo,
now
I feel like
after all the shit you go through, you've gone through all of these things, all of them. As we're telling you this story, some of them we're relating to them very hard. Ni venye unataka shout, We don't shout.
We don't shout.
Don't you shout?
We need to soundproof here.
Hey, this one hurt me in the soul. The bar was so low. He cheated on me and introduced me as his favorite cousin.
I have a real life scenario of this happening. But not to me because I'm crazy, bitch. Hey, I hope they don't watch this. Anyway, he unfollowed me, I can tell you. So this man, he's a very handsome man. Okay? Wife, she's also... Guy, Karibu the occupation and him. Hey, so anyway, they've just gotten their first son together. You know, like those early... A child changes the dynamic of a relationship and people don't put that into they don't factor that in. So it's like they're getting to experience being new parents and whatnot. So that time we used to go for these friends. We used to, I don't know why, friends who would be always at each other's house. So every end of the month, all couples are meeting at this friend's house. We used to be at each other's houses a lot. Birthday, hata si mtoto, it's for the adults to, gather. Anyway, so we have gone for a birthday party for one of the friends. It's a group of friends, a huge group of friends. We are all of us over there. Even nitakwambia baadaye nani. Ma-celebrity. Wow.
Watu walikuwa.
Ni ma-celebrity.
A-listers.
Exactly. So now, the wife was running late with her son. But now the guy came with another babe. He had not accounted for the wife coming. This has been a behavior of his, like he'll pop up with a babe somewhere, So he comes with the new babe. All of us are like, okay, cool. It's not our matter. Tell me why the wife walks in and this man introduces his wife. We all know who his wife is. Introduces his wife as his sister to this girl. In front of all of us. At this point, tumefungua mdomo, mouth ajar on the floor, frozen. Tuko like, what do you mean? And the wife is like, she thought it was a joke. They have that banter going on, my sister, my brother. So now when he said my sister, she thought it was just their normal banter. Hajashika rada. They even went and
Grooming. See, ndio nakwambia ni grooming. Amekuwa akikutrain.
they sat together. It is only when she heard this girl call her husband babe that she was like, come on. Oh, those were the dramatic days. I kind of miss that shit.
Kila siku you're back.
Everything was always something. There was always there's always changamoto somewhere. Let me tell you, I used to be so emotionally drained.
Baby, those friendships where you're always putting out fires.
Oh,
You're
my
always
God.
being referee huku. Me, I don't want.
Birthday ya mtoto ikageuka ikakuwa
Guys.
something else.
Oh no. Oh no.
And you guys knew who it was because you know them. You know them.
But honestly, if there's one thing I've refused to do anymore is hang out with unmarried people and married people at the same time.
Exactly.
The nonsense you will see is way too much. Me, I don't want. Acha tukae sisi watu tumeoana huku wetu. Na hata hao watu wakuoana bedhe jichunge. Juu utapata ni nyinyi tu you're eating zero grazing hapa tu. Muko tu hapa zero grazing. Mshindwe.
That time ilikuwa toxic because there's even another time, like a separate incident. It was on a Valentine's Day. I was at Westgate. Nikitembea tu hivi Westgate na maua zangu, mama amenunulia flowers. Natembea tu huko Westgate nikielekea nyumbani. I bump into this man with a different babe. And then I say, hi, you know.
Like you have to pretend.
So I hug, and as I'm hugging and saying hi, he says, Aki, don't say anything. And I'm like, okay, cool, don't worry about it. But me, I got to tell my best friend what's going on. So the minute I get inside the car, I'm like, hello, guess who I've seen?
Guess.
And I tell my best friend, please do not tell anybody. This is just between you.
Hakunanga siri ya watu wawili.
It's just between you and me. Kumbe hata yeye ako na best friend. Akamwambia, hello. Let me tell you something that my other friend has seen. Don't tell anybody.
Evo, ilifikia.
Tell me why this man WhatsApps me in the evening and said, why would you tell everyone? I'm like, I told one person. And like he was genuinely mad at me.
And
I'm
for
like,
snitching.
what was my crime? Snitching. Anyway.
I just, you're taking me back to a very dark time. Me, I hated that shit. So, we are neighbors. I know your wife, she lives over there. Mi naishi kwa hii blocking, nyinyi mnaishi hapa. Hey, you have brought your girlfriend? You know, your girlfriend knows. Your girlfriend is always at these parties. Yeah, anajua kuact though. Yeah, anajua kuact. But even worse, I know your wife and I know your girlfriend. But you're still hitting on me too. Like, una overdo. And every time we go clubbing, there's a new girl on the shoulder. I'm like, surely,
Enough is enough.
but they've got so confident. It's like women will just accept anything from him. I don't know, he's hot. Is it the money? I don't know.
He's got charisma.
And then the first part.
See something, say something.
Okay, so eventually they got a divorce. And of course, guys are curiously asking, like, what happened? Like, you knew he was cheating this whole time. Like, what happened? What's the deal? She's like, man, he got good dick. I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave. Dick was too good.
Sometimes it's good.
Imagine, wife.
At what cost? At what
They
cost?
remained married for so long. Honestly, I'm so happy for her, but I can't look at her. Like, you know, those ones for I can't face you. Like all the shit I've seen and all the shit I know, I can't. Cause like then you'll be asking questions like, did you know? Cause I heard they used to come to your house for parties and I mean, disgusting me. There are people I don't hang out with anymore because of your bad. But if I stopped hanging out with you and you were from that time, it's because we were locked up in too much shit. I can't.
Yappa.
I really can't. I can't unsee it. I can't even represent you properly.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Another one. Hey, mazetu tumeongea.
This is a long episode.
It is. This one for vacation, we said, the bar was so low, my ex-bestie is pregnant for my husband of 10 years. The bar was so low that my ex-bestie is pregnant for my husband of 10 years. And now she has 3 toddlers. And yes, my husband is with my ex now. I think we need to also have the bar was so low friendship edition.
Yeah.
There are too many to cover. There's just too many to cover because this one especially, it was so recurrent. The bar was so low. I found out my best friend was pregnant with my. There were so many. I'm like, why? What?
Shall we do a 2.0?
I think we need to do a 2.0.
Because the bar
friendship edition. Because this is just a lot. In fact, please put them on the comment section so that we will not shame you that much. We will relate. Wow. What we're going to do is we're going to show how much we relate to the story. Put them in the comment section, please. Because
tell us how low was it? How low did you go?
Because it's okay. And I think, honestly, my honest opinion has been we've gotten so accustomed to bad habits, and not from our partners, our relationships, but it starts even with our friendships.
Yeah.
Like your friend will say something so mean to you and you're like, oh no, she's my friend. She wouldn't intend. And you'll be like, you forgive them, right? Or they will do something so shady and you're like, yeah, but she's my friend. You forgive them.
She had good intentions.
She had good intentions. Like, why? And we keep conditioning ourselves. We keep forgiving bad behavior. We keep accepting our friends for who they are.
We're too tolerant as a species.
And we are just conditioning ourselves.
Because it's not even Kenya.
Worse.
It's Africa. It's continental.
It's worldwide. This is a worldwide issue.
Tolerant of bullshit.
We are.
And it's reflecting in the leaders we choose.
Yep.
In the relationships we're in.
Yep.
In the careers we choose to stay in.
Yeah.
Just because you don't disrupt anything.
Yep.
But if we're being honest, are you happy?
Are you?
Or are you just always resentful and saying, but inakuanga tu hivo?
Yeah, normalizing it. Let's just stop normalizing it.
If you're not happy, don't be in it.
Yeah.
And you're like, then how am I going to get money?
It's hard, but at some point, something will fit. Even Cinderella, kiatu ilijaribiwa na kila mtu, iliingia tu kwa mguu yake. Yeah? They tried. They went. The prince went round. He announced. People came, they fit the shoe refused. Only Cinderella's foot would. You will find your golden slipper, but you can't be accepting nonsense because you're like, oh no, but what if I don't? But what if you do? Just always ask that. What if you do? What if you find the best career once you change the one you have? What if you find the best relationship once you leave the terrible one you're in? What if you find a better friend? Let's stop being afraid of making new friends. But then that's another problem. You're so afraid of making new friends, you're okay with sticking with your nasty ones. Just don't
be afraid of ending things.
It's okay.
Usivumilie pahali. Because why?
8 billion. 8 billion.
9 billion. Overpopulated.
In a planet of 9 billion.
Why do you think a man who beats you and treats you horribly is your soulmate?
Why do you think your best friend is Kenyan?
Umejaribu Kajiado, labda uko na soulmate yako hapo.
Jui.
Hata hauna passport. Na ushasema Kamau is my soulmate.
Umeenda Paris. Na beshte yako akakuonesha all the sites, all the museums, na mkakula
Chinin, wenye wana execute watu. Labda yako ni Vietnamese.
Ujaingia Red Note ukapatana na somebody akwambie come to China. I'll take you round.
Soul, useme annyeonghaseyo. Like, your soulmate is out there waiting for you, and here you are stuck. Ebu tafuta passport. Baby, from today on, before you get a hangover, dude, ask yourself, do I have a passport? Yes. Have I been out of the country? No. Maybe he's not from here.
Before you settle for your friend who is always talking badly about your the way you don't have nyash.
Backpack pahali.
enda na huko Mombasa utafutane na wengine huko. Enda na huko Kisumu.
Ingia Uganda.
Ujue
kuna hata basi.
Ingia basi. Tanzania uende uone hiyo maji.
Best friend yako kwa Uganda.
Best friend yako huko kwa maji ya blue, but wewe unakazana tu huko Nairobi.
Come on.
Let's just be okay with moving on. It's okay. Imagine there's so many people in the world. You can't not have a friend. So you stick with your trash ones. You can't not have a man, so you stick with the trash one. In fact, maybe your sister was not meant to be your sister. Okay? Okay?
Maybe you don't even like that gender. You're not given a chance. You have a chance to explore.
Spirit somewhere in another world, another country. Go find a new sister and a new brother. Let's be okay with staying away from toxicity. All right?
I've turned into a smoker this episode because
enough
is enough. Enough is enough.
Aluta, okay?
Continue. Bye. Milenio una compromise kwa nini? Milenio.
Unadhania wewe peke yako?
Milenio hauna standards. Milenio unafanya bare minimum.
Mtu anakudanganya na maembe ya season.
Milenio.
Maembe ya season ya maembe imeisha. Sasa rafiki yako wa Ukamba